Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Thoughtful Leaders, an initiative under Thoughts on Education by collegedunia.com. Thoughts on Education initiative is to enrich the user experience at collegedunia.com and try to bridge the long due gap between the vision of the top management and the students and parents likewise. Today, we have with us Ms. Martha Rebello, who's the Compliance Officer and Academic Coordinator at Salgaocar Institute of International Hospitality Education. Welcome to the show, ma'am. I would like to begin by enlightening our audience with a brief introduction of yours. So, Ms. Martha Rebello has vast experience of 30 years, more than 30 years in education and administration, having taught in schools and colleges such as National Model School in Pune, Manovikas English Medium School. She's also been a visiting faculty at Padre Conceicão's College of Engineering and full-time faculty at Institute of Advanced Management in Goa. She was also the Assistant Registrar of Padre Conceicão College of Engineering and Manager Administration and Corporate Communications of Institute of Advanced Management. Welcome to the show, ma'am. So shall we begin with the interview?
Yes, sure.
So coming to the first question, ma'am, you have held quite key positions at education institutes throughout your professional career, like I've already spoken about your introduction. So what are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector?
Very warm welcome to one and all the viewers who are viewing this program. One of the main key factors to be connected to this education sector, it boils down to the student community. They are so lively, vibrant, and young and spirited that actually keeps the teaching fraternity lively as well. So the main point here is the students, because students play a very important role in development of a country. You can never hope for a successful country if there are no educated people, and policies also for better education. So students who learn today, they will work for the future of the country tomorrow. That is my firm belief. And the diversity of the students, students coming from different backgrounds, multicultural, very talented. So all these factors put together keeps me very closely connected to the education sector. And secondly, I would say the exchange of experiences between the student community and the educators and the teaching faculty. There's so much of exchange with so many bright ideas, new ideas, and it is a very rewarding experience at the end of their career. And there's also application of talents. That's the time where you tap the talent of the student, and we know exactly where the student is inclined, what are his strengths, and the opportunities that we have to give the student a platform to excel. And lastly, I would say the personalized attention that we give to the students. Like, each student, we know what is the requirement of the student, and how well we can, help the student progress throughout his career. That is also important for us. So the entire student community is so vibrant and young and spirited that education is really, really the crux of the entire development of the entire country, I would say. So that's all that I can say to this.
That's very good to know, ma'am. So, ma'am, coming to the next question, how does the curriculum of VMSIIHE ensure the best practice of the hospitality industry?
Yes. So I would like to say that we have many hospitality education in the country, right? And in Goa, we are one of the best hospitality education institute. Now, the transformation from hospitality student to professional hotelier of the future, that is what we keep in mind. We have the curriculum like the 4 core departments, that is the normal curriculum that we have. But here, what we do is we ensure that the all-round development takes place where the student is concerned. And for that purpose, for this, we have, invited guest lecturers, from hospitality background. And we are not only, restricted to hospitality as such. Now, there may be students, we have subjects like financial accounting and supporting subjects, personality development, soft skills subjects. So we bring, these eminent personalities from these backgrounds, and they conduct all these workshops and, demo sessions where, they can interact with the eminent personalities, and they have this they build up their confidence level that goes a little bit higher. We have watched this, with our previous students, how they are first very shy when they come in, and at the start, and at the end of 3 years, we can see a tremendous transformation, a change of the student, that they are a ready product by the 3rd year to get into the industry.
That's really good to see.
So we have many activities also. Besides the curriculum, we have many activities, extracurricular activities, co-curricular activities, that gives the students a chance, to come and display his talents. And then there is an all-round development, the holistic approach we look at. Yes.
So, of course, that's really great that you focus on the holistic development of the students. So, ma'am, what do you think your roles and responsibilities to the institute and the students are? Being the compliance officer, being the academic coordinator.
Yeah, as a compliance officer, my role is especially to see that quality education is imparted to the students. So I liaison between the university, because they have some set norms and procedures to be followed, because ultimately our degree is awarded by Goa University. So I ensure that the conduct and the delivery of the program is in par, and there is no compromise on that. And even the evaluation and the scheme of examination is taken care of us. Mm-hmm. And that is the role of the compliances with the faculty. Of course, to impart a good program, we should also have a good core team of faculty. And you will be surprised that we have this expertise not only from faculty in and around from India, even international faculty. We bring them on board so that they get that expertise in kitchen, in F&B service, because it's more advanced, and they get that kind of education, the student. So all this put together, where the teachers are well qualified, so we leave no room for shortcomings where this is concerned. Yeah. So as an academic coordinator, I would say that the syllabus is in place for the program, and then if we need to revise the syllabus, depending on the emerging trends of the hospitality industry, and then we even see that we revamp the syllabus. Of course, this is all done with the Board of Studies. They have the Board of Studies at Goa University that takes care of your programs. So in association with the Board of Studies, we see that we revamp the syllabus, and that's how the students rise up to that level of perfection.
That's very important, that the syllabus is also up to the mark and updated timely. So that's a great initiative, ma'am. So when you first came to VMSIIHE, what was your vision for the institute? And has it evolved over time, and how far along in implementing that vision are you?
Yeah, but mine is a little bit different. This project was in its initial stages. I joined here in 2011 at the head office, because we hadn't started with the institute. So I was instrumental in doing all the paperwork, the documentation part of it, to get all the sanctions for the project, and to get all the, from regulatory bodies to get all the sanctions, so that, everything is in place, and then we start the program. So this work started in 2011, and believe me, in 2014, we started the program. Of course, there was a lot of support from the management, and with the able guidance of the management, I was able to do all this. And in 2014, we started with a very small number, 14 students. Thereafter, following year, we had 30 students, and then it was 60 students the following year, and thereafter 85, and so on and so forth. So we have seen a gradual increase in the number of students, and now we are, we have a sort of a choice where we can, rule out like, okay, we have to stick to only these number of students.
Yes.
But we started small, and now we are growing, and we are very prominent now in the map of India.
That's a great growth, ma'am, that the institute has shown.
Yes.
So, ma'am,
Yes.
coming to the next question,
Yes.
have you introduced any new programs at your institute? So, if yes, could you please give us a brief
Yes.
highlight of the same?
Yes. Now, I would like to mention that in 2014, we had just one program, that is BSc in International Hospitality Management. Okay. And then there are certain norms, like, you cannot start the next program unless one or two batches they pass out from your institute. The moment the second batch of students passed out in 2019, we started a new program, that is a master's program. This is like a, transgression from BSc to masters. There are many in Goa, we find that the post-graduation courses, especially in hospitality, is very limited.
Yes.
So we came up with that idea of, all the students who are graduating. Most of the students, they have this mindset once they graduate and then they are employed. They are readily accepted into the industry. Mm-hmm. So it is for these students who want to, enhance their education qualification. So they can do the master's program. So this master's program is MSc in International Hospitality and Tourism Management. Okay. So we get the students who have done tourism as well as the hospitality. So this was one step we went further. Now thereafter, after the master's program, we applied for BSc in Culinary Arts. Since we have massive
So when
kitchens,
did you introduce this program?
Yeah, we already got the sanction. The syllabus is ready. It went through the grind of the Board of Studies. Evaluation is done, and we are only waiting for we've got a nod in principle, but we will start it this year, maybe in October, or if things do not work out, then next year. This is BSc in Culinary Arts. So yes. We are gradually progressing, I would say, from one program. Now we are on the third program, and definitely we have more programs in the pipeline.
That's great, ma'am. So, ma'am, like initially you mentioned about extracurricular activities. So my next question is about that only. So what extracurricular activities or programs are there in your institute to enhance the skills of the students or expose them to the real world challenges?
Okay. Now we know that in industry, as a part of our curriculum, we have the 6 months training that is mandatory. They have to go outside the campus to do their training. But besides that, and then they get their first-hand information, in the operations of a hotel industry. But here at our end, it is very important. The onus is also on us to see that the students get the opportunity to enhance their skills. So what we have here at the end of every session, we have banquets, we have theme nights, we have cultural nights. So here the students are on the move, on their toes, because we get ideas from them, and then they have to organize and they have to implement those ideas. So we are only facilitating them to ensure that they get the right advice and support from us. But everything the students, you'll be amazed. In fact, we as teaching community, we are sometimes shocked. They come up with such ideas and they're able to do it. They run from pillar to post and get the work done. It's not because it's the passion. Yes. It's the passion for hospitality. And there is no substitute for hard work. So they put in all their effort, and it is a lot of team building also. They learn to work in a team. It is not that I cannot get along with this one or that one. No, you need to know, you have to be professional. I may not like you, but I need to work with you. So that is important. We keep teaching them all the time. And then they learn. The experience is really rewarding at the end of time. So there are many other events, like, we have also sports. Now this is cultural and all events, which is a part of the curriculum, which, they have their dissertation, they write their papers on their specialization at the end of third year. They have to collect data. They go around, they meet people, and they collect all the data. They put it together and they give it in a book form. So a lot of effort is also done from the student point of view. As I say, that we are only facilitators, but it is the students that put in a lot of effort and hard work, and they want to reach and make a career for themselves. And we have also live sessions, like we introduce a lot of social service also for the students. They go to the villages, beach cleaning, garbage collection, awareness programs for the village people. I mean, we take up a lot of activities. We distribute also fertilizers for the villagers, and we buy their local produce. And we help the villagers also. So community service is vast, and it is all done by the students. And it's a real good feeling.
I'm sure all the students must be getting a lot of exposure. It's not just about studies, but also there is industrial exposure, then extracurricular activities as well, and social initiatives also taken by the students and the institute. So I think that's great to know, ma'am. So here we reach the last question. So ma'am, what do you think should be the institute's top priority over the next 10 years?
Yeah. During the next 10 years, first of all, the main thing is we have to sustain the ongoing programs.
Definitely.
That is the first. Yeah, and then we have to even introduce more programs like the masters, and then there are allied subjects also, like, upcoming fields like nutrition, dietetics. In these areas, this is our next, this is in the pipeline that we need to think. Now, we don't stop at masters. We want to have even a research center. We want to have a center of excellence. And then we want to have PhD programs also, because now our faculty here are all masters, and they have the required qualification to teach the program. And then we also give them a chance to enhance their qualifications. They can do their PhDs also. So very soon we will be having a PhD kind of a program where not only our teachers, but from outside they can have, and we can be their guide for the program. So we have a number of programs already listed, and our management is very supportive. You must have heard about the large-hearted VMSIIHE. Mr. Tatharaj Salgaocar is our chairman, and he is excellent, and he's always supporting us. So I think that will be our top priority, is to get bigger and bigger. And we are already on the map of India, and globally also we are very well known. I would say that Raya is a small village over here, but we are already on the map because we also have these, the next top priority is to get the foreign players on board. Yes. We already have a tie-up with Turismo de Portugal, and that is a fantastic tie-up, I would say, because it's an exchange program. Our students have the opportunity to go to Portugal and study and acquire all the skills in culinary, because Portuguese cuisine, and that is we would like to know and like to learn. So what happens is, the exchange program, you'll be surprised that the students from Portugal are on our campus for a period of 1 month or so. So there's a lot of exchange happening. There is cultural exchange. There is sharing of views and viewpoints and opinions and suggestions, and even visits of historical places. We go to Portugal and we see all the lovely cities like Porto and many other places, and it's beautiful. So they come here, they visit all the five-star hotels and the beaches and the temples and the churches, and there's a lot of exchange. So this we already have a tie-up with the foreign partners, but we still want to go one step ahead and get some on board. And we are with Caesar Ritz colleges. We are also with Caesar Ritz colleges, which gives us our students who complete the graduation, the undergraduate graduation program, they can go and join higher education over there. And we get certain, since we have an MOU with them, our students are privileged to be there, and our students get the first preference and even a scholarship for that matter.
Oh, that's great.
So I would end by saying that every time we have our students from India going to foreign destinations, but now we want to turn the table. We want to see that foreign students rushing and coming to India, not India only, but to Goa, to our campus, because we are one of the best hospitality institutes in Goa and in India.
Definitely.
So we want to see more foreign students on our campus. That would be our priority. And just to make a point here, we had a student from Thailand who was here with us last 2 years, and she passed out. And you won't believe that she did not know a word of English, but that passion to get into our institute, she studied the language, English, the basics, and she could read and write and get through the examination. I mean, that determination was really marvelous on her part. So we want students like that.
So did she come here as a part of exchange program?
Yeah, as a part of exchange program, 10 students are allowed to go from here and 10 students come from there.
Okay.
This is an ongoing process every year. But because of the pandemic situation, last year neither we went nor they came. But all the following years from 2014, 2015, we have been doing this on an ongoing process.
That's really good, ma'am. I think the institute is doing really well and started in 2011, and it's still growing. And you're also including so many courses and keeping it updated, having international ties as well. You send students to Portugal, which is really good, and they also enhance their skills and learn so much. Like there is a sharing of ideas and skills.
Yes.
You enhance yourself so much, because international exposure is in a way important. Not just like Indian students should go there, but also like foreign, like you highlighted that the foreign students should also come here.
Yes.
And they should also learn the art of Indian cuisine, how it's done. So I think that's a really nice interaction with you, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming here and taking our time.
Thank you so much for having me and giving me an opportunity to share my views with you and the audience. It was lovely talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.